Evening, everyone. So, hold on. Sorry. So, this is obviously another late night video, as I just finished Entwined by Dixon. This was actually, as I told you previously, this is actually a retelling of the 12 Dancing Princesses. A review on it. I didn't particularly like this retelling of it. But some obviously consistency to it, and the way that they find the dancing pavilion. It's a pavilion this time, because I found that sometimes they go to a castle or they go to a pavilion, so it's back and forth between those two. But they go to a pavilion, they actually meet this person that keeps them there, and I think, or like has them causes them to create a bargain that they come every night and something like that to dance. But I didn't particularly like the way the ages of the 12 princesses, the way the king acted, but I liked him at the end. The ending was really nice. But I didn't like this. I didn't like the way the princesses' personalities were, especially the eldest princess. Her name was Azalea. Yes, it's a flower name. Coincidentally, I think every time the 12 Dancing Princesses are retold, they usually have a flower name. Because I've read this kind of. What I can remember is that two times that I've read a 12 Dancing Princesses tale is they had flower names. This one, they had it from it's in alphabetical order, so Azalea. Another one is called Bramble. Another one is called Clover. And then the other one I read, the trilogy book, that's what it is. They were all flower-like names, but they were not in a specific order. They just random flower names. This one actually has flower and just kind of plant-like names, because I get a clover is like a green plant. Bramble, I'm guessing, is it's not a flowering plant. So there's that. But yeah, not my particular favorite. And I read this really fast, actually. The history behind there's actually a history behind this pavilion and this castle they live in, and kind of their personal history. That was probably the most interesting part, because I love I love knowing the backgrounds of stuff like this. So that was probably the only favorite part I had. Oh, I'm tired. It's not even extremely late. It's only 10:48. But that might be late. But whatever. So I can't say I recommend anyone read this, because I didn't particularly like it myself. But that doesn't mean my review should stop you from reading it yourself. Because I can't physically I can't physically stop you from reading this book, or mind controlling you to not get it or not read it. So this was just not my particular favorite retelling of it. As I said before in one of my deleted videos, nothing can compare to the story called the Night Dance by Suzanne Wayne, W-E-Y-N, which is in the series called, which is in the Once Upon a Time series, like that is from like The Winter's Child, the one that I read before this. It's in that series, and it's like just a great retelling of the 12 Dancing Princesses. It's like my favorite one. I did like the Princess of the Midnight Ball. That's what it is. And Princess of Glass and Princess of the Silverwood. They're all from the same series, and I have it on. I have the last book on here, which is actually my favorite. It's by Jessica Day George. I will have all of this at the end of my video and also in the description, so that you can have the correct spelling. But I would have to say that is my second favorite retelling of the 12 Dancing Princesses. Like, Princess of the Midnight Ball is the actual story. Princess of Glass is about, it involves one of the 12 princesses. Like, obviously not the eldest, so it's like one of the younger ones. It's her story and a retelling of Cinderella. Princess of the Silverwood involves one of the youngest ones. So Princess of the Glass is one of the middle ones. Princess of the Silverwood is one of the youngest ones. And that is actually a retelling of, not really retelling because it's kind of short actually no, never mind. It's a retelling of Little Red Riding Hood, but it also interweaves the 12 Dancing Princesses again, because it's not really a spoiler, as it will tell you in like this little part here, that they actually go back to the castle. That story has a castle they go to, and they have to go back to it because they get trapped for reasons I won't tell you. But yeah, that is my second favorite retelling of the 12 Dancing Princesses, and the Night Dance is the number one. Like, that's, nothing has been able to top that. So that's the end of this book. I am picking up this book again, as I already started it. But I have 3 books at the library to be reading. One of them is the last book of the Lemony Snicket series, so I'll be able to do a review on that. And then I have, I have The Diamond Secret and The Rose Bride from the Once Upon a Time series at the library as well. The World Above, that's actually, that's not ready to be picked up yet. Like, there are 3 stages of books. They are either green, which is what they're on shelf, orange, which means they're in transit to the certain library that I want to pick it up at, and then there's red, where it's, I just have it on hold, and I have to wait till there's a copy available for me to borrow. And that's all. Yeah. So, sadly enough, I have to buy Spirited, Golden, Water Song, Before Midnight, The Crimson Thread, Wild Orchid, and Violet Eyes to see if I want to keep them. Because initially I wanted all the Once Upon a Time series, but Initially, I wanted all of them, but I wanted to read them first to see if I actually, really wanted them. If I really, really liked them, I would buy them. So that's why I had these ones on hold. I tried to get all of them on hold, but I could only get The World Above, Winter's Child, The Diamond Secret, and The Rose Bride. Obviously, Belle, I've already read that and I bought that, so it's 5, so one's down. One's down and I bought. Another one is down, and I don't want it. So I have 3 left to find out whether I want those. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 books I will have to buy from this series. So it's kind of a waste of money if I don't like any of them, but I wouldn't be surprised if I liked some of them. So, I am going to get to start reading this again. I've been wanting to read this again. I've been wanting to get back to my Aunt Divinity books. I wanted to get back to my own books. And now I can, since I'm finished my library books. Woohoo! And I'm finished with this review. So good night, everyone.